This week is the second round of Democratic debates, which means only 596 to go till I get my free sandwich. Last night's debate was held in Detroit, hosted by CNN, and not here to make friends.
Tonight, a fight for the heart of the party. Senator Bernie Sanders determined to seize his second chance at the nomination, going head-to-head with Senator Elizabeth Warren. Longtime friends fighting for the same cause and the same voters.
Candidates on stage, but can any of them beat Bobby Flay? So many important issues were discussed last night. For Mayor Pete Buttigieg, perhaps the most important was reminding everybody how young he is.
By 2030, we will have passed the point of no return on climate. There could be 130 million more guns on our streets. I'll be in my 40s then.
What is your plan for retraining workers whose jobs are at risk?
This happened in my community 20 years before I was born. Americans want comprehensive immigration reform. And frankly, we've been talking about the same framework for my entire adult lifetime. I was a junior when the Columbine shooting happened.
Should voters take into consideration age when choosing a presidential candidate?
I don't care how old you are.
I don't care how old you are. I care how young I am, which is like so young, you guys. My flesh is supple. I smell like a fresh green apple, whatever, Snapchat. An issue that candidates of all ages were eager to talk about was student debt.
Cancel student loan debt for 95% of the kids with student loan debt.
A public service loan forgiveness program.
Outstanding student loan debt.
Student loan debt. Senator Sanders, you want to forgive all student loan debt? Your response?
Matter of fact, I do.
Why would you bother asking Bernie Sanders if he's in favor of forgiving student loan debt? That's like asking Naughty by Nature if they're down with OPP. They are. They are down with it. Pete Buttigieg does not get that reference. Look, almost 45 million Americans are saddled with student loans, totaling almost $1.6 trillion. That's an expensive cover for 4 years of shitty frat parties getting jungle juice sloshed all over you, and no, they do not have toilet paper to clean up that mess. More than half of the Democratic candidates have announced varying plans on how to handle the debt crisis, from Bernie Sanders' plan to erase all student debt for everyone to Kamala's plan to forgive up to $20,000 of debt for Pell Grant recipients if they started a business in a disadvantaged community that lasted 3 years. Painfully specific, but still a better plan than Michael Bennett's, which is just to personally pay the loans of anyone who can pick them out of a lineup. We need student loan forgiveness now. Student loan debt impacts almost 1 in 5 adults. That is a huge number of people. That's like if one member of Y2K sensation O-Town had serious financial problems. I mean, that's just a metaphor, of course. In real life, all of them do. Currently, student loan debt is the second largest type of household debt after home mortgages and before homemade coupon books, promising mom a free back rub. If all moms tried to recoup their back rubs at once, it would bankrupt the nation. 83% of people ages 22 to 35 say their student loan prevents them from purchasing a home. We love to talk about the things millennials are killing: home ownership, marriage, having kids, bar soap. But those accusations aren't fair if we aren't also discussing the crushing debt many millennials live with on a day-to-day basis. Although honestly, they are right about bar soap. Why did we clean ourselves for so long with a pube-encrusted brick of detergent? I don't know. Debt forgiveness is often derided as just a ploy to attract young people, but unlike my new TikTok account, it isn't. Yes, I'm on TikTok. Yes, my children told me it's cringy, but I must tick and I must talk. Student loan debt impacts adults of all ages. In fact, the number of people over 60 carrying student debt has more than doubled during the past decade and comprises loans they've taken out for children, grandchildren, and themselves. It's an issue that can bring all the generations together.
Who has debt?
We all.
All of you guys.
I probably graduated with about $53,000 in student debt. I was struggling to buy groceries. I was donating plasma and doing like psychological studies just to get a few extra dollars.
I'm 76, going on 77 soon.
She got her master's degree in her late 50s here. She still owes almost $40,000 in student loans.
This is a mountain that I will never be able to climb. I am terrorized. The truth is, it's a terror.
That is awful. The only college struggle an old person should have is doing a keg stand. Erasing debt wouldn't just help the lives of people burdened by it, it would also help our economy. Research has shown that when people have their student loans forgiven, they move, get new jobs, and ultimately earn more money. It's almost like getting what a college degree used to promise, back before diplomas came with a personal threat from Sally Mae to beat your ass if you try to defer. That's right, Sally Mae is just one really mean old lady determined to ruin millions of lives. People relieved of student loan debts are also less likely to file for bankruptcy, be foreclosed upon, or default on their medical bills. I know that sounds like they were just freed up to pay their other debt, but we gotta take these wins where we can find them. Of course, opponents of debt relief are asking one question.
How are we going to pay for all of this?
The loan is supposed to be paid back.
This is beyond socialism.
Someone's going to have to pay for this.
I don't want to pay for my neighbor's kid's college.
It is unhinged.
I got my own daughters and my own student loans to pay off.
Oh, you have burdensome student loans to pay off? Well, have I got a candidate for you? Also, this question is stupid. For one, the two candidates with the most expensive debt relief plans have said exactly how they'd pay for it. They'd tax the fuck out of the rich. Look, if we're gonna have an argument, it should be about how we plan to fix the systems that cause students to accrue massive debt in the first place. After all, most of the senators who think student loans shouldn't be paid off went to college in the 70s and paid an average annual tuition of less than $3,000 in today's money. Forgive student loan debt because it is the right thing to do before Sally Mae comes back to repossess your knees.